officially welcome everyone to the Thunder Ion powered by OU Health. This is where the work happens. This is where the foundation of this team is laid. And earlier today was also the site of a very unforgettable moment when Shai was named the MVP of this season. A truly, truly deserving honor, and we'll hear from Shai momentarily. But first, I want to take some time to acknowledge some very special people in the room with us today. First things first, Shai's family is here, his wife Haley, his adorable son Aries, and also his brother Tomasi. We also like to welcome in Thunder leadership with us as well. Thunder Chairman Clay Bennett. We also have Thunder Executive Vice President and General Manager Sam Presti, Thunder Head Coach Mark Daignault, and also the Thunder Basketball Operations staff all here as well. Speaking of the Thunder, how about Shai's teammates, the entire Thunder squad on stage with us right now? And we'd also like to extend a very warm welcome to the media members in attendance with us today who are here in town covering these Western Conference Finals between the Thunder and the Timberwolves. Thank you all so much for being here. And last but certainly not least, we have some very special guests in attendance today, some community members who are here representing some organizations locally that are very close to Shai's heart. We want to shout out Sherry Weaver, Executive Director of Wings, Gregory McPherson, founder of Poetry and Chill, Trent Riley, Executive Director of Oklahoma Contemporary Art Center, Tina Belsick, President and CEO of Boys and Girls Club of Oklahoma County, and Allison Meyer, Deputy Director of Cleats for Kids. Thank you all so much for being here. It's an honor to have you. What a historic moment we all get to witness here today, and truly what an exemplary and one-of-a-kind season that we witnessed from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander this year. And if you'll indulge me, I want to take a moment to really reflect and put into perspective the MVP level season that we saw from SGA this year. In 72 games this season, Shai averaged a league best 32.7 points per game, winning his first ever scoring title. Shai joined Michael Jordan as the only two players in NBA history to average 30 points while shooting 50% from the field, while also racking up 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and also 1.5 steals and 1 blocks. And if we're going to talk about putting his name into exclusive lists of great players, let's talk about the fact that this is now Shai's 3rd consecutive season averaging 30 points on 50% shooting. That list of players is now Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shai was also named to his 3rd straight All-Star team this season, his 2nd year as an All-Star starter. And this is my favorite stat to really illustrate the dominance of his scoring this season. Shai scored a total of 2,484 points this year. That leads the NBA, obviously. 2,099 of those points were scored through 3 quarters of play, which would still rank 2nd in the NBA in scoring. This award recognizes the totality of these accomplishments, but it was also earned through relentless work and a commitment to continuous and consistent growth. This is a man who I've followed for 6 years and who has said time and time again that his focus is on the process of improving and daily dedication to developing as a player and just letting the chips fall where they may. Well, today, those chips have fallen, and the results of that process are crystal clear, and Shai has officially and permanently etched his name alongside the greatest players to ever play in this league. So, without further ado, I introduce to you your 2024-25 Kia NBA Most Valuable Player, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay, I should have wrote something down. I would like to start this whole, speech with just thanking my teammates. I can't say enough how much you guys mean to me, and not only as a basketball player, but as family. You guys, I know you guys know, we do everything together on and off the court. We go shopping, we eat. You guys are really like my brothers, and I really mean that. And without you guys, none of this would be possible. And I want you guys to know, like, this award is your award too. So thank you guys so much. Then I would like to go to the organization from top to bottom, Clay, Sam, Coach, Donnie, to the equipment guys, to the weight room guys. You guys do an amazing job of allowing us as players to just enjoy basketball. And I don't think that gets enough credit. Like, we come in here, everything's laid out. All we have to do is play basketball and have fun and be kids. And I think that's why we've been able to grow the way we have. And thank you guys for that. And my people from back home. I have a crew in the summer. Mark, Devontae, Vince, Maurice, Sunday, the guys that I grew up with, they've worked tremendous hours with me in the summertime to help me get to this point, and without them, I would not be the player I am today. There's Nate Mitchell, who helps me in the summertimes, Nem in the summertimes. Without you guys and the rigorous training schedule and the dedication to my craft that you guys don't get to be a part of, I wouldn't be the player I am today as well. So thank you guys for that. I also would like to thank my brother, my twin, my best friend since I was 2 years old, since he came out the womb. Thank you for everything. My partner in crime through it all. My dad for putting the ball in my hands. My mother. If you guys, any of you guys know my mother, she's crazy. And I told her the other day that, like, I always thought she was insane until I had a child and I understood exactly what she was saying and exactly what she meant. And I love the person that she's turned me and my brother into, and she is a big part of that. And then the one and only Haley Summers. Thank you. Sorry, I'm so dramatic. Haley Summers, thank you for everything you are for me, for our son Aries. You were the first person to show me what love really meant. What love really meant, what sacrifice really meant. And I can't wait to spend the rest of this journey called life with you. So thank you for everything. I wouldn't be the man I am, I wouldn't be the player I am, I wouldn't be the father I am without you, but thank you for that. So thank you, everybody.
So we will have Shai, if you want to step back up, please. Yeah, I know, it's a little tough to transition.
Oh, I'm cooked.
Good luck with the first question here, guys. So if you want to raise your hand, we'll bring the mic
Hold
to
on,
you.
one more thing, sorry.
You got it.
I got caught up in crying and I forgot to mention my management crew. You guys have changed my life from the moment you stepped into it and helped me really just go after what I want in life. And without you guys, like, the last couple of years is no fluke. Like, it's been as smooth as it is because of you guys, and thank you for that. So, all right, go ahead, Matt.
All right, got it. All right, so if you please raise your hand, state your name and affiliation, and then we'll ask Shai questions. We'll go ahead to Cliff.
Yeah, Cliff Brunt, Associated Press. Wanted to ask you, I know you've mentioned Steve Nash in the past, want to know what this means to you as a Canadian, you know, and what that means to you in terms of now becoming that person that other people are going to look up to in your country.
Yeah, it's amazing. He set the foundation. He was the first Canadian basketball player I knew of, and like without seeing guys go to the NBA from Canada, it wouldn't have been as much of a dream as it was for us as kids growing up. So to be in a conversation with a guy like that and what he's meant to not only basketball but to the country of Canada, it's been special.
Next, go to Sean.
Yeah, SeanPowellNBA.com. Shai, at what point in your career did you feel that you could play at an MVP level?
I'm not too sure. I always thought I always thought that like I could be a really good player because I had seen like what just putting your head down and working and controlling what you can control can do for you, and I made tremendous strides. But I never, I guess once like the conversation started a couple years ago, but I never like thought this was gonna happen. I never, like I dreamt about it as a kid, but it's like a, you know, as a kid it's a fake dream. But to as the days go on and you realize that like you get closer to your dream, it's hard to like not freak out. It's hard to like not be a 6-year-old kid again. And I think that's what's allowed me to achieve it. I try to just like not focus on it and just worry about what's got me to this place, which is just working hard and taking it day by day and trusting the people around me and trusting the things that I've done to get me to this place.
Yeah, Andrew Schlecht with The Athletic. Shai, thinking back to the early days, back here, Shai. Thinking back to the early days with the Thunder, what are some of the things that they did to kind of lay a foundation for you to be able to achieve something like this?
Yeah. So the first thing I noticed, I had got traded. It was summer league, and I flew here for physicals. And that night, I was in the gym shooting. And when I got in the gym, I realized that all the balls were lined up, and you could see the spot Wilsons. And then I realized like the organization in the Gatorades and the towels. And that kind of just like, I just took a step back and just like, this is interesting. I've never seen this before. And then as I went through my career here so far, I understood like the meaning of it. And at first it was just like, oh, someone has OCD, like someone is crazy in the building. But I understand the organization. I understand the particularness in just like making sure everything is right. So all you have to do is worry about putting the ball in the hoop or boxing out or rebounding or getting a stop. And that's what's allowed guys to come here and grow. And it's no fluke. It's for a reason, and they do a great job of that.
Shai, Joel Lorenzen with the Oklahoma. When you hear the news, obviously this is a long journey for you. Only you truly know what it took. Like, what are the moments that flash in your mind when you hear that, you know, you won MVP?
All the moments I got like cut, traded, slighted, overlooked, but also all the joy, all the things that like my family has comforted me in, all the life lessons, everything that's like turned me into the man and the human being that I am today. And I don't think it's enough emphasis on how much off the court influences on the court. And once I became better off the court, my career started to skyrocket, and it's no coincidence.
Shai, Mark Spears, ESPN's Landscape. Talk about the watches. You got your boys, where that idea came from. I don't know if they can show us what they got, but and also you got your family here, your wife, obviously. Mm-hmm. You're not a diva. You maybe with clothes you're a diva, yeah, but
with the clothes for sure.
But as a person, what has kept your humility?
Yes. So the watches, I think it was last season. We were like just on the bus, being silly, like we always are. And I can't remember who it was, but obviously I was in MVP talks, and somebody brought up like a gift or something, or what? It was J. Will? Yeah, of course it's J. Will. He was like, "Tu, what are you gonna get us when you win MVP?" And it's a crazy question to ask, but I don't know what brought it up, but watches was in the conversation. And a lot of guys on the team like watches. Who doesn't like watches? And then I said yes, which is also silly on my part, but I said yes. And then as I got closer to achieving the goal, I was like, wait a second, I actually have to do what I said I was gonna do. So I made it happen. But this is nothing compared to what they've been to me, and I would rather have the MVP over a Rolex every day of the week, and without them, I wouldn't have the MVP. So this is in the slightest what they deserve. Oh, the second one, what was it again? Humility, correct. My family for sure. Like they don't ever let whatever's going on around like get to my head or like I guess gas me up. Like they're always honest with me, open with me, and they don't ever waver. No matter what, no matter what I just achieved, no matter what I didn't achieve, like they're the same when I walk through the door, and that's been inspiring for me. Like that's shown me not only like who they are as humans, but like the balance that you have to have in life to take steps forward and succeed. And they've helped me in tremendous ways.
Joe Masato, the Oklahoman. Shai, as you became an all-star, all-NBA player, you always made it clear you weren't like trying to chase or become Russell Westbrook or Kevin Durant, but those are going to be natural comparisons now that you're the third Thunder player to win MVP. What's it like just being in that group with those guys?
Yeah, it's amazing. Any conversation with particularly those two guys, the guys that get this award, is hard to even wrap your head around. Those guys have done amazing things with the game, changed the game in ways that you couldn't see coming. To even be in the same breath is, like I said, it's hard to even put into words. It's just, I can't chalk it up to anything else besides just like a kid dreaming and working at it and seeing where it takes you. And that's the biggest thing. Like, I know Kevin and I know Russell, I know the kids they were, and they just dreamed and worked hard and got to this position, and so did I.
Daniel Belbia. So, yeah, Shai, can you just talk about, can you talk about the up and down roller coaster of the journey that has been to get to this point, coming here, being a playoff team, to winning 22 games with nobody in the arena, to 68 with an NBA or franchise record, just sticking with the journey to get to this point?
Yes. Every time something doesn't go my way in basketball, and in life, I guess, I revert back to this book. And it's a karate book that I received from a friend. And the message in the book was basically that success isn't linear. So it's never like just like this. It's always up and down, and you dip 3 to go up 4, and then you'll dip again to go up 6, and before you look at it, you're up 10. So that's how I always, once I read that book, that's how I always looked at it. So if we're in a drought, or if we're in a 3-game losing streak, or it was a 17-game losing streak at one point, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel if you do the right things and you trust the work and you stick with it. We're all seeing that today.
Lisa Salters from ESPN. Along those same lines, for you personally, you talked about being cut, traded, slighted, overlooked. Can you take us back to what those moments have been like for you? And then, with that in perspective, describe what the journey has been like for you personally to get to this point, NBA MVP.
Yeah, I used all those moments as motivation. My mom did a really good job of making sure like me and my brother never made excuses as kids. Like it was never anyone else's fault. It was always our fault and what we can control. And that's helped me in my mindset and helped me attack those situations and come out on the better end of them. And then, sorry, what was your second part of your question?
Just, having gone through all those low points, can you describe what the journey has been like for you personally to get to this point? To the league MVP, something that you said you never really thought about.
Yes, it's been a roller coaster. I've had nights where I thought I wasn't good at basketball. I've had nights where I thought I was the best player in the world before I was. Like, it's been ups and downs. And my mentality to try to stay level through it all really helped me. Once I figured that out, I really saw jumps in my game.
Steve McGehee with News 9. Shai, you've gone from 11th pick in the draft to multiple All-Star games, All-NBA a couple of times, going to probably be for the 3rd time in a row this year, now MVP. What's left for you on the basketball court?
The way I see it, like everything is left. I never, like when I picked up a basketball and I was 9 years old playing AAU, like I never sat there like I want to be an all-star, I want to be an MVP. I sat there like, I want to win this tournament. And winning is everything. If you don't win, none of it matters. And that's just how I see the game. That's how I see competition in general. Like you play, whether it's pick up with your friends, whether it's men's league and you're 55, whether it's novice basketball and you're 9 years old, like you pick up the ball to play and win. And that's what I'm after, winning as many times as I possibly can.
Shai, there's kind of three things on the same trajectory: your personal game and success, the team's record, 68 wins, and every guy up here is a better player now than they were at the beginning of the season. How have you been able to chart that all at the same time, to have all those three things on the same trajectory this year?
As a group, we prioritize the right things. Like, we prioritize winning, we prioritize getting better, and we prioritize each other's success. And doing so has, like, we've just focused on those things every day. Every day we come in, how can we get better, individually and as a group. Every day it's a learning process. Every day it's what can we do to win the next day, win the next practice, win the next game. And when you take that mentality, you get really good at it, and you look up and you've strung some wins and you've strung some days in a row of you getting better, and you're a better player and you're a better team at the end of the tunnel. And that mentality has completely changed this group, and it's not a coincidence. It's the guys in the room. It's the character of the guys in the room. They know what it takes, and they prioritize it.
Shai, you talked earlier in the year about getting cut from your JV team in 9th grade. Happens to a lot of kids, kills a lot of passion. Can you just give a message to those kids that, may not be where they need to be right now in 9th or 10th grade?
Yeah. One thing I would say is, like, the only way your dream 100% does not come true is if you don't try and you give up. Like, that's the only way that I promise you won't achieve it if you give up. So the last thing you should do is give up and stop trying. Now, if you're going to try at it, make sure you try really hard and give it your 100%. But don't ever give up, for sure.
Rylan Stiles, Locked On Thunder. Shai, you've played for a lot of great coaches, but is there anything unique about Mark that's kind of made you better and gotten you to this place?
Yes. Mark all right, I'm gonna be nice. Mark is insane. Now, he's insane in the best way possible. He is so annoying with how particular he is with, like, little things. Like, he's so, I'm trying to find the words. He's so focused on the things that matter, and he does not let those slip no matter what. And it doesn't matter if it's raining outside, sunny outside. I just had 100 points. If I just had 2 points, like, he holds me to a standard that never wavers. And that mentality has helped me, like, not only in my game and as a basketball player, but as a leader for sure. Like, I now know what it takes to like lead the right way, and he's helped me in tremendous ways with that, and that's helped me become a better player for sure. Thanks, Coach.
Awesome. It's going to now wrap up the ceremony.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Shai. Once again, we want to thank you all so much for being out here today. One quick note, because this announcement was literally made today, the Michael Jordan Trophy is still en route to Oklahoma City. So Shai will officially be presented with the trophy before Game 2 tomorrow on the court tomorrow evening. So once again, thank you all so much for coming out here today. And one more time for your 2024-25 Kia NBA Most Valuable Player, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Thank you all.
Where's the group photo, bro? Group photo up top. Lock in. Shit. Everybody. Let me see your shit. It's on. I see it.
What you got? What you got? DJ, take your home. Take your little one. I got all